Hello friends, good morning, good afternoon. In this session, we are going to see the next topics about the databricks. There is a core databricks concept. Means what is the workspace, what is the notebooks, library. We can go through that today. Okay, start the search on Azure Databricks. Okay, Azure Databricks. Okay, so here we can create the new one, and here you have to select the resource group. Okay, so yeah, RG Unity Catalog I am going to select, and then workspace name test workspace 1. Okay, west US2. Okay, and I'm selecting the tier. There are three tiers. One is the standard, one is the premium, and one is the trial. So standard, it will offer you miss basic features, and in premium you will get the extra benefits. Means like from AI ML point of view you can do that, or there is a from customer point of view you will get the additional benefits. Okay, so I'm selecting the premium. Okay, and then review and create, because if we select it as a premium, so that we will avail all the features and we can see in the free subscription. Okay, so go to the review and create, click on create option. Okay, deployment is doing, and right now, okay, deployment is in a progress right now. Till the time it is the cluster related to the workspace one, if I'm going to refresh it, so yeah, it will not show. Okay, and yeah, it is showing as a it is in progress. Okay, and simultaneously I have to say you about the one thing, means it is the community edition. Means just I logged in here from last 15 minutes, and here there is a workspace. Okay, so there is a one means you can actually, Databricks is offering default workspace to you. Here you can see workspace. Okay, and after that, in workspace you can see there are some catalogs, workflows, compute, or there are some experiments. Okay, these are the options or features available in a default community edition. Okay, means which is the means free version. Okay, and then there is a, you can see in a catalog, means there are some, means from database point of view, or there is a, first of all, cluster should be enabled, and then you can see the databases, or you can see create table or something like that, others option at here. Okay, and there's a default database is created. Okay, in that default databases we can import the CSV file, or we can create the table. Okay, and then there is a DBFS, database file system. First of all, instead of that, yeah, I will go to the compute first. Okay, compute is nothing but the cluster configuration is available at here. Okay, and here, if you go to the cluster configuration, click on this. There are two computes or a cluster: all purpose compute and job compute. So all purpose compute and job compute I will show you in the next topic, and it will miss what is the difference between two, miss when we have to use the all purpose, when we have to use the job compute. So it is basically when we are going to create the cluster manually, then it is the job all purpose compute. Okay, and job compute is nothing but the, when we are doing the notebook execution from the Azure Data Factory, or means from AIML point of view, then there is a automatic execution, or we are scheduling the call. At that time, job compute will call. Okay, it will create it at automatically at here, and we are not able to interact in the job compute. It is creating means in the background. Okay, first of all, I'm showing you about the all-purpose cluster. Okay, so it is manually we are doing that, means we are going to create manually, and then there is a, means this is the cluster name. After that there is a configuration, means Databricks runtime version. So it is the Databricks runtime version, means if we are going to on a compute, and I'm going to select the compute, so that there is a some runtime versions. Okay, means 9.1, 10.4, and LTS. LTS stands for the long-term support, and these are the Spark version and Scala version. Okay, Scala is the language. Got it? And then there is the instance, means how much memory they are providing us, and there is a Spark configuration, environment variable configuration. Okay, these are the basic they are providing us into the community edition. And yeah, here right now I'm just switching to the our means Azure resource point of view. Okay, so this is the premium, right? As we see, there is a pricing tier as a premium tier, and this is the URL. If you are going to this copy and then you are listed here, so yeah, you can see the new user interface. Okay, yeah, you can see it from the launch workspace as well. Okay, and this is the region, and this is the this resource group, location, and suppose let's say there is a one here. I'm going right now in Azure Databricks Service, and you are going to create another workspace right here. So you have a facility to access the resources of workspace 1 or a workspace 2 or a workspace 3. Means we have to show that in terms of the means we have to give the some access, and then we can access that things. And then uh, there is a Unity catalog concept is also coming into the means in upcoming session. So by default they are providing us that particular means right now means they are providing the Unity catalog governance point of view, so that it will secure your data. Okay, so yeah, I will explain in detail in the upcoming session. Okay, first of all, here you have to go test workspace and then launch workspace. So this is the UI. Okay, and from the new menu it will show you the, yeah, there is a one by one tips they will show you, miss notebook, query, dashboard, Jenny space, job, DLT pipeline. So we will go through the, right now there is a this is the UI, correct? Okay. And first point of contact is the compute. Means we need to create the cluster first. And after that there is a catalog. Catalog is nothing but the miss container about the miss we can catalog contain the multiple databases. Means there is a, suppose there is a my organization databases. Then there is a shared. Okay. And there is a legacy. Means Hive meta store. Okay, and in that first of all it will saying that means waiting for the active compute resources, means it will wait for the compute. Okay, so first of all what we can do here, go to the compute. Okay, and then we can see different options, means as you seen in the there are multiple means here you can see multiple options, but in community edition you will get only two options, means all purpose and compute. Okay, so in this, you will go means like a configuration and notebooks related things, means which notebooks are accessing right now and which notebooks are connected to it. Okay. And then there is the libraries. Okay. First of all, yeah, there are the some um, miss many options over here. So I'm going to explain that here and go to the create compute. So there is a based on the policy, means there is a below options are changing, right? And first of all, I will show you about the summary, means based on the your policy, this summary will change. And these are the some worker, driver, and runtime. Okay. And first of all, there is a unrestricted, means anyone can access, but multi-node cluster. Okay. Either we have to make it as a shared cluster or means only related to the one personal cluster, so you can give the particular some single user access mode. Okay, then no isolation level, no isolation shared, means you can there is a means all languages, it's like a Python, SQL, Scala, Java. Okay, so that point of view, here I'm going to create the suppose new notebook. Okay, just from, yeah, here we have a R, Scala, SQL, and Python. Actually, before one miss before 30 seconds, I spoke about the Java, but Java is nothing but the instead of uh, we can use the Scala. Okay, so Scala, R, SQL, and Python, these four languages are supported. Okay, in the notebook point of view. So in unrestricted mode, okay, in there is a no isolation shared, means all the languages we can use, and there is a when there is a shared, means there is a means Unity catalog is supporting in terms of the single user, there is a Unity catalog is supporting, but in terms of the suppose I'm going to select no isolation shared. So there is a Unity catalog is not supporting it here. So based on the this, there are the some restrictions are available. Okay, and I am selecting it as a personal compute. So personal compute is nothing but the means we can have a basically quota, and based on that we can create the compute. Okay, so I'm going to select as a 15.4, and these are the some means node type, like means there is a node type, it is nothing but the means one driver, and driver will act as a worker as well as driver. Okay, means we have a simple compute, and then suppose I'm going to create the power user compute. So in that case, you can select, means there is a worker type are different, means there is a you can select minimum worker. Okay, so here is the minimum worker as one. Okay, and but based on the requirements we are not able to create it here. Okay, driver must have the CPU architecture as workers. Okay, so D3V2. Okay, so this account may not have enough CPU cores because we are in the pre subscription, right? That's why. So instead of that, what you can do here, you can go to the personal compute. Okay, and in personal compute there is only one server will create, one cluster will create. Okay, cluster is nothing but the means group of computers. Okay, means either it contains the driver plus worker, but here there is a only one compute will can act as a driver plus worker. Okay, so terminate after how much time? So I'm saying as a 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes we are not using that clusters, means there is a ideal cluster, then it will automatically terminate. Okay, and then create the compute, and it is means is anyone other user can access that cluster, so you can provide the name of that particular cluster. Okay, and then go to the create, and there are other options at here. You can see Unity catalog, means it provide the security point of view, then standard vs2, means there this is the mm, uh, first of all node type and driver type. Okay, and these are the means costing point of view, dbu means databricks unit per hour. Okay, and then this is the driver, and this is the these are the some runtimes, this which runtimes, this it is the 16.1, this is the version, and ml is nothing but the machine learning point of view, and include apache spark 3.5.0, and scala is providing us the support from the means 2.12, right? Means there is a scala is 2 point, this is the version, and there is a 3.5.0 is the apache spark version. Okay, and there are some advanced option as well, means init script point of view, logging point of view. Okay, and JDBC ODBC connection point of view. Okay, and once the cluster is connected, then there is a some notebooks we are calling. Suppose let's say yeah, till the time I'm showing in a community edition. Okay, and here in new notebook, yes, first of all we have to connect to the cluster. Okay, so yeah, cluster is connect, and then print hello world. Okay, then execute it. Okay, hello world is saying, means it is the basically here you can use the SQL language as well. Okay, I am going to next cell and select one. Okay, there is a select one, right? So the beauty of it, like means in different cells you can use the different code. Yeah, means means here we can switch the cluster as well based on the our requirement. Okay, and yeah, right now it is creating. Okay, and here after that if you go to the replicate this tab, Okay, and go to the compute again. Then you can see in cluster. So there is a notebooks. Means this until notebook. I'm making the means I'm rename this cluster my cluster. Okay, sorry, my notebook. My bad. Oops. Okay. Then in the cluster, if you see, yeah, my notebook is ideal, right? And you can access that as well. And if you go to the back, then you can see the user interface, right? And then there are mis options related to the particular notebooks, view, or any other things, means like a restart cluster, detach cluster, or means run, debug. Other options are also provided at here. Okay, means clone is nothing but the duplicate copy, rename, export. You can export in a dbc archive. Okay, databricks point of view. Then source file or html point of view, ipython means python notebook point of view. Move it nothing but the means from one directory to the another directory. Okay, and change the default shell language. Means here is the default shell language is the python. Means as you know, yeah, here you can see there is a default shell language is the python notebook, but you have to make it as a sql. Then you can change it from the sql point of view. Okay, change the default language to the sql, scala, r. Yeah, based on the your feasibility. Okay, and here is the table of contents. Means yeah, here there is a heading, or you have to there is a workspace, right? In this workspace, how many notebooks you created earlier, you have to go to the here create delta lake or a data processing, right? So so you can see such a code from the here as well. Then there is a catalog. Okay, hive meta store is the catalog. And first of all, it will check the yeah which are the active compute resources available. Based on that, it will go to that, and then it will show the data. Okay, yeah, there is a default catalog over here. And in samples, yeah, means I created that, means my taxi and tpch or something like that, right? Means customer, yeah. In suppose I'm going to customer and open in catalog explorer. So here is the hive meta store. Okay, and in that, okay, samples, tpch, customers, yes. And this is the sample data. Miss it will come after in few minutes. Yeah. And details about it, means external table where it is created. Okay, and line items, nations. Okay, yeah, these are the some data about it. Okay, then next thing is that, yes, this cluster is created. So as you know, means in this we have means there is a notebook option. Then there is a third one is the libraries. We can use the libraries either here or means this is the notebooks I shown you. And then there is a libraries, means we can install the maven libraries, or if we have some means cran libraries, means cran. So you can do the path over here, or a maven libraries, so search packages. So based on the excel or a xml point of view, we can install the particular libraries over here. So to read the data from the XML, or there are some Excel libraries. Okay, with the help of that, we can install that. Okay, and there is some miss based on the we can go through that in the upcoming session when we are reading the data from the XML or Excel, and then we can use that particular libraries, and then we can install it. Okay, and event log is nothing but the cluster related event logs. Okay, and Spark UI point of view means as I shown you in the last session as well, means whatever the things are happen in the cluster, so you will get all the things about the means in a Spark UI. Means suppose I am submitting any job, so you can see all the details about it. Okay, means suppose there are how many jobs are completed and what is the means which one took time or means based on that you can means I would say from the background perspective you will get complete details. Then there is a driver logs means what drivers it's based on the means log forge output or logs recent log files. So it is from the background perspective. Okay, then metrics. So if you see um yeah, then there is a yeah, these are the some logs are found. Okay, and metrics are not available for the community edition. If I'm going to the here, so yeah, here you can see metrics related things. Yeah, means what is the CPU utilization of the cluster, what is the memory utilization, right? Means how much memory is allocated, 14 gigs. Then there is a memory swap utilization, free file system space, okay, received through network. So you will get complete details from the in the uh, premium tier point of view. Okay, you can see from last 2 days or based on the historical point of view, you can see the cluster utilization. Okay, server load. Okay, and then application point of view. So web terminals provide the bash terminals means you can see other details about the web. So web terminal is providing you the interface means you can run the bash command. Okay, that is the app's point of view. And Spark Compute and Spark Compute UI master. So you here also you will get the complete details about the Spark UI. Okay, stages, storage, how much is the miss who is the full name. Okay, so that perspective you will get the complete details about it. It means like a Spark UI. Okay, and yeah, and I want to say one thing. Yeah, this workspace we seen, right? Means here there is a if we see on a workspace, so you can see there is a in the workspace and there is a you can add notebook, query, dashboard. Yeah, one by one we can see that. And then if you go to the catalog, so there are other options as well. Means there is a test workspace and in that multiple schema or we can say databases, right? And in other workspaces also we can create me suppose I'm going to create another workspace, so that workspace will also you can see at here in my organization point of view. Okay, and Meta store is available for other means all the ones based on the your access is provided in the permission point of view. Okay, so here there is a workspace, so work all the workspaces have that access means if I'm going to create another workspace test workspace 2. Okay, so yeah, here I'm going to create one more workspace test, yeah, in the same resource group, and workspace name is test workspace 2. Okay, and same region, same premium. Okay, go to the review and create. It will validate it and then go to the create. Okay, so next workspace will available within some minutes, and then that will show at here means that is a text workspace too, and it will be available at here as well. And you have to if you see means click on this workspace means test workspace will be showing in from test workspace 2 as well. Okay, and in that you can create the schema is nothing but the database. Okay, means default information system information schema, right? And this is nothing but the if you click on here, this is nothing but the if you go on a details, so it is catalog. Okay, here you can see catalog explorer. Catalog is the container about the means there are some databases, right? So first of all catalog databases, and then there are means like it contains the volume, then tables, views, external tables, right? So these are the some different you can see, yeah, routines or means there is a views, right? And I'm going to see any tables, okay, table tags or tables, right? So table is means it contains the data and it is nothing but the view. Okay. So based on the miss catalog, here you can see this is also view. This is also miss in default. Yeah, there is a nothing, but in system there is a AI point of view. If you go in a details, there is a functions model. Okay, yeah, we will see one by one. But right now you got the idea about the, yeah, there is a workspace 2 is creating, and it will be means from workspace 2 we can access the resources of the workspace 1. Okay, and workspace is the parent control container, and then inside of that multiple objects, and you can access all the objects from the container, sorry, workspace 2 based on the if you go to the workspace, and there is a here catalog workspace, and you can provide the permissions, means who is going to access that things, or a grant or revoke, means other access as well. Okay, so related to the access, I will miss take another session, and in that I'm going through the miss there is a unity catalog perspective. I will show that things to you. And yeah, workspace means this workspace available to the other. Okay, and then next thing is the, yeah, compute. So compute, I already explained some things, and and in details we can conduct in the next session. Miss like all-purpose cluster how to create, job cluster how to create. Okay, and I will show you the difference between them as well. And from the workflows point of view, workflows is nothing but the, miss let's say there are some notebooks, and right now, yeah, miss there is some jobs. Okay, first of all we can create the in workspace, there are some databases, means catalog. Okay, catalog contain the database. Suppose there is a one test workspace. Okay, and in that I'm going to add a one schema. Okay, so I'm giving the test schema over here, and I'm not defining any external location. Okay, or we can define that as well. Okay, test schema is created, and in that we can add the tables. Okay, here we have a add the option, means there is a create model or a create volume or a create table. Okay, you can add that, and then that schema will available. Yes. So test schema is available at here. Okay. In that you can create the multiple tables, and that tables can be accessed from the workspace. Okay. Means you can do the operation on the that particular tables, means insert, update, delete, or based on the AI ML point of view, means analysis point of view. Okay. In the notebook. So new notebook, and then you can create with means from computing point of view, this cluster is created. Okay, print. Okay, and I'm, yes, hello world. Okay, this cluster is using that, and yeah, first of all, once it is means this is accessing, right, hello world is printed, and I I'm going to explain you about the workflow. So here you can create the job. Workflows is nothing but the container of different jobs. So means there is a, means let's say task name. Yeah, means scheduled task. Okay, and there is a which notebook I'm going to, miss there is a type, miss I'm going to copy the, or sorry, calling the notebook, or there is a Python script or a SQL script, so you can calling based on the your requirement. So I'm calling the notebook, so which workspace, yeah, so here is the path, so give the path of that particular notebook. I am selecting the until notebook. Okay, and which cluster, yeah, as I show you now, means there is a which cluster we are going to use, either it is the existing all-purpose cluster or a job cluster. Okay, so I'm going to the job cluster right now, all-purpose cluster. You can select the job cluster as well, but yeah, based on the this it will, first of all it will come, and you can actually basically we are using the premium tiers, and so we don't have that particular this large options now, so set it as a minimum, and then you can create the job cluster, and then you have to add the parameters or something like that, then create the task. And you can that run it now. Okay, or you can schedule that as well based on your requirement. Okay, and I'm just triggered it, right? So even in runs you can see, yeah, there is a job cluster and it is waiting for the cluster, means it will create the cluster and then whatever the cluster contains, so it will run. Okay, I hope you got the clear understanding about the workspace, notebook, library, reports, compute, and workflows. In the next session, we are going through the types of cluster and their differences.